Live.
There we go.
All set?
Yep.
Awesome.
I'm just sorry. This one here. I'm out of the frame, so that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I'll.
fix it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Fix it.
No,
Yeah,
no, but I
get you-
have.
Get yourself in the frame. 100% get yourself in the frame. What's wrong?
I don't know why it's so dark now.
Oh, okay.
It
well,
was.
can
It
give
was
you-
really good.
Yeah, well, it's the sensors, right? Let's see. Good evening, and good evening. Don't mind us as we work out our technical difficulties. Good evening. I am Ian. This is my lovely wife.
Rachel.
We are of Big Family Life in the Simpson family home. And 4Fs of the Simpson family. The 4Fs representing faith, family, food, and fitness. Faith, because we believe we can do all things through Him who loves us. Family, because aside from God, there's nothing and no one more important on this earth. Food, because food is medicine. And fitness, because we believe overall wellness can be achieved by pursuing and maintaining a strong mind, soul, and body. 4 parts to equal the whole, hence using the 4Fs to manifest your best life by grace under God. Get out the way and give my wife some airtime.
I'll just laugh through this one.
What did
No.
you do to make you smile today, baby?
Yeah. So today is Monday.
Yes.
Today is Monday. As everybody usually goes through the Monday blues because it's like you had fun over the weekend or you had your rest and then you're back at it beginning in the morning. However, for me today was a really good day. I learned a lot of interesting things and I got to know one of my coworkers really well and
That's
I really
fantastic.
enjoyed her company. And I did let her know that her spirit is a happy spirit
It
and
is.
I just enjoyed her because we laughed, we talked. Yeah. So that made me smile today.
I met her and Hannah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool. My wife works in the core area with at-risk
Individuals.
members of the community, right, to ensure that they have everything they whatever they need. Hey Ben, God bless you. Good evening.
Hi,
How
Ben.
are you, Ben? Thanks for joining us, eh? And so it is just so encouraging for me because I mean, these are. It can be a volatile situation, right? So it's very encouraging for me. I've met some of her coworkers, and she's in good hands. Yeah, she's in good hands. So I have no concerns. Hello from Sligo. Sligo. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. God bless you. Good evening. We are great, Ben. We are blessed and highly favored. Ben said, I'm okay. How about you guys? Ben, can you tell us real quick what you did today that made you smile? And Raisin, did I say that right? Sligo, please help me out. Hello from Sligo. Where is that? God bless you. What did you do today, Ben, that made you smile? Because if happiness is a choice, and we've identified that quite possibly our situation, our circumstances is not making us happy, then how do we get from there to being happy? Well, the first step is simply to identify the little things that... Sligo in Ireland. Thank you.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
I've never heard of that place.
Right? That is so interesting. God bless you. Thank you. Wow, Sligo, Ireland. That sounds very exotic. I set the table for dinner. Ben said I set the table for dinner and bought my dad a little something for Father's Day.
Oh, wow.
Hey, all right, and that made you smile. I mean, you help, and so you bought something for Dad for Father's Day, and maybe you help Mom by setting it. I mean, are you trying to get to heaven, Ben? Are you trying to get there in one day, buddy? Good job on you, buddy. Good job. Random acts of kindness. I mean, if we identify that doing little things, Ben says, haha. If we identify that doing little things for others, the people that are important in our lives, or even just random acts of kindness, if those things make us happy, then absolutely feed into that, because not only are you feeding your own spirit, your own soul, you're actually putting joy into the world by offering a random act of kindness to a complete stranger. How powerful is that? However, it doesn't have to be a complete stranger. It can be like Ben setting the table for dinner. That's freaking awesome.
And then Raisin, I helped a wee old lady get to the chemist today. Isn't that just, yeah.
Are you out here trying to help old ladies cross the street? Is that what you're out here
I think
doing?
that's the best move ever.
I mean, I love you. I mean, are you out here actually helping little old ladies cross the street? Is that what you're over in Ireland doing, man? God bless you. That is so freaking awesome. That is just fantastic. God bless you. It says that little things like that, especially open a door for someone, makes my day that much better. Ben, yes, Ben. Yes. You have a servant's heart, Ben. You have a servant's heart.
And then Ben says to Raisin, trying to come to heaven with me.
The two of you trying to get to heaven in one day. Like the two of you. I mean,
that's where it starts. It all starts with you.
Be the change. Be the change. Be the change. I mean, we can sit here and say that this world that we live in has gone to heck in a handbasket. Yes. We can say that, immorality is at a hot all-time low high and there's no fear of God in the world anymore. Yes. Ben says I'm over here now. Ben is on YouTube. Thank you. God bless you, Ben. We can say all these negative things and we'd be absolutely correct in saying that it's true. And we can despair. Or we can choose happiness and we can be the change. How's my man? Justice is really what I did was everyone, teamwork makes the dream work, Ben. You know how that goes. And everybody has been responsible for, to this point, encouraging Justice and helping him come along. Justice is only the newest member of our household in that he only came, we got him last year. And so he has we all have some old habits and old ways from our previous life and so on and so forth. So he's got some old habits that he's holding on to. And, previously he was able to get away with certain types of behaviors and, a lack of effort and so on and so forth. And so what I did was quite simply, I said, okay, Justice, this is what it is. No one is responsible for your workouts anymore. No one is responsible for motivating you, for ensuring that you're doing what you're supposed to do. Just trying to be a good lad. God bless you, Raisin. Ben. I don't know if he's still in the room with you there, Raisin, but he's with us over here on YouTube. So yeah, if he's not in the room with you, Raisin, we can pass by the messages. And so what happened was I said that you are now directly responsible to me and me alone as dad for your workouts, for your progress, for your effort. Because when he thinks I'm not looking, he's a kid. He's 12 years old. When he thinks I'm not looking, he's not working as hard as he possibly could be. And so I let him know that I've got terrific dad antenna. I'm always looking. And honestly, I can't always be looking. That's not a reality. However, in his 12-year-old mind, because I catch him and I call him out. And I'm like, and he's like, so in his mind, he's like, oh my gosh. He's always looking. Good evening, Jody. God bless you, Jody. Before we go a step farther, what'd you do today that made you smile, Jody? God bless you.
Oh, I just remembered. So yeah, Hannah made me smile today, and then actually a lot of things made me smile today. So there was Hannah, and then I had a phone call today.
Oh boy.
So I have.
Wow, this is huge. Oh my goodness, how did we forget? Yeah. And Jody, of course, Jody being here, that just triggered you.
Yeah.
Because Jody is one of Jody, one of her new BFFs. I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that's really weird, Jody, is that she doesn't really do the female friendship relation thing at all. Because, yeah, she just doesn't. However, you and Carla and Joey, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, yeah, I'm really happy about it because
he's like, yay, my wife has friends.
Right? I'm not her only friend. Yes. And if I were, that'd be totally okay. I'd be totally cool with that.
However, yeah, you see the growth. There's been growth there. So yeah, so we actually Oh, wait, Jody.
I worked in my garden. Then after school, I spent an hour with my youngest son in the swimming hole. Boy, oh, okay, well, you just won. Yeah. I mean, no, because Raisin helped an old lady get in Ireland Shiloh. Let me make sure the name. Hang on, let me make sure the name. Sligo, Ireland. He helped an old lady to the chemist, and essentially he's out there helping old ladies cross the street. And then we've got 15-year-old Ben here who set the table for supper tonight without being asked, and then he bought something for Dad for Father's Day, which I think is pretty freaking awesome. I mean, you three are absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jody. Oh,
I'll read that. I'll read that. I'm not
Talking
going
like
to
I'm
make you
the
read
third.
that.
I'm talking like
I'll
I'm
make
the
you
third.
talk about yourself. I adore Rachel. Said I adore Rachel, and I'm so grateful first for our instant friendship. Right? It's like sometimes you meet someone and you feel like you've known them your entire life. Right? And Jody says, "Way to go, Ben." Right? And way to go, Raisin. I mean, killing it. Right? If happiness is a choice. And it's so interesting, I think, that, once you decide to commit to working that first step, and this is just the first step, is to, once you really commit to working that first step, what happens organically, you'll notice, is that, you'll stop feeding into things that make you unhappy. Mm-hmm. And I know we get that life is complicated, right?
Yeah.
Life is complicated, right? Relationships, and I don't mean relationships with, way to go, Jody. Raisin says, way to go, Jody, keep it up. And Ben says, if anyone was wondering, I bought him a barbecue tool set with the money I made from...
There you go. Oh, boy. Ben.
Ben just won TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Ben says... I mean, as if I like the way he let it. Well, if anyone was wondering what I got him, I'm sorry, Ben.
Ben, you're just like my husband. He can't keep secrets. Right? He's got to tell somebody.
No, Ben, you shouldn't have had to. If anyone was wondering, we should have asked. Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Ben. My bad. Anyways, Ben said,
I wanted to say thank you to Jody.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jody, and I really appreciate you because you send us not almost instant. I said like surprise messages, like when I'm sleeping and I wake up to them in the morning. I love that.
Yeah.
And and then our chats.
Mm-hmm. And so, way to go, Jody, keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Ben also said, back to Ben said, if anyone was wondering, Ben went out and bought his dad a barbecue tool set, okay, with money he made mowing lawns. So far, I mean, what are we talking about here? Ben is 15 years old. I mean, what do kids even do that anymore? Oh. God bless you. I mean,
look at, and then he said, as the big family gift, we're buying him a new barbecue.
And so Mom obviously was so impressed with Ben going out and making money to contribute to the mom. Said Ben, not to be outdone by Ben. Mom says that, you know what, Ben, this calls for a whole new barbecue. This calls for a whole new barbecue. We're doing her up, and all because Ben got a little job and started contributing to. Hey, good on you.
And I love how Jody says, from what I was impressed in setting the table without being asked.
Right.
You had her there.
Right. I mean, Mom is going to be floored. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, yeah. And Raisin said, Ben, mate, you could make some good money in Ireland. It's all grass. And you know what, Ben? That little lawn cutting business on the side there, there's nothing that says that can't turn into a little landscaping gig for. I think that there's nothing wrong. Higher education, I'm a big fan. Hello from Romania. Oh my goodness, Romania in the house. This is a first. God bless you. We are Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. God bless you. I am a huge fan of higher learning, Ben. I am a huge fan of higher learning. Having said that, school isn't for everyone. And this is not judgment, condemnation, or anything like that. It's just the facts of life. And so the idea that we are all supposed to work 25 years.
I think that's what it is that that you actually have to get an education to do some jobs, but some jobs you don't need the education because it's all in here, or more importantly in here.
Yeah.
I think we have it backwards.
Yeah, right. And Ben said, I'm now in a good mood now just because of you guys' atmosphere. God bless you, Ben. I'm looking to hire a few friends.
There you go.
You see, and that's the long and short of it, Ben. That's essentially what I was trying to say. Let's just get right to the heart of the matter. Figure out how to be an employer and not an employee. All right? That is my advice, and you're already there, Ben. You're hiring your friends, you're hiring your family. Yes. And beautiful family, thank you for sharing your view and loved ones. God bless you. We received that. Thank you. Hello, Planet Karaoke Simpson family. Hey, Pop. Plant Karaoke Simpson family. Hey, Pop. God bless you. You're just in time. Big news. Huge news. Go.
So yeah, I received a call today, and I'm actually now booked for surgery on the 29th of this month. And so I had to getting everything arranged. And so by the time hubby picked me up, we had to go to the doctor's office and pick up paperwork. And I found out as I was picking up my paperwork,
this is crazy,
is that the doctor is actually, this is the last procedure that he's doing up until maybe somebody else will actually start doing it.
Last procedure in Winnipeg.
So
God is good, right? I mean, when God is in it. God is in it.
So if I actually didn't have that stuff in today, then it probably would have been a no-go. Right. However, I was flying around to make it to
Oh,
I'm so
please
excited.
please tell them what the procedure is, because you got raised in concern. It says, "Oh no, are you okay?"
No, so I'm getting it has to do with fertility. Yeah. And so I'm going in for a day procedure, and I should be good in about 3 weeks after that. So in about 2 weeks, I'll be going in for the procedure, and hubby's, yeah.
That's the downside of it, is that, there is God moves in mysterious ways. There is, the back end of it is that, she's, how do you say, out of commission until such time as everything has right. So very quickly, Ben says he has a quote of the day, and I think it's a great one.
Don't count the days, make the days count. Love that.
That really reminds me. That really reminds me of Will Smith in Hitch. He says that life is not about the amount of breaths that you take, but the amount of not the amount of breaths that you take in a moment, but the amount of moments that take your breath away.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And that reminds me of that. That reminds me of that. And so, what it is in layperson speech is tubal ligation. Mm-hmm. We are having the original procedure reversed, and the Simpsons are trying to add another member to the Simpson family. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
By grace. So she is, and this was, Raisin said, good luck. My granddad is an OBGYN and says there has been great advancement in fertility treatment, right?
And that's, but we're in Manitoba, and in Manitoba there's actually only one place that provides this service. Procedure,
and she's his last patient, right? Abe approves, absolutely. So and we are once, with God in it, if we get to that stage, we're going full dolphin. My battery's nearing dead. Much love to you both and your family. God bless you, Jody. We appreciate you. Wonderful, babies, right? DJ Khaled would say another one. DJ Khaled.
So quick on that. Yes.
God always has a plan. And if it's God's will, we will conceive. And however, I'm pretty excited about that aspect of it, because we're going to route. I heard Canada has government health care, so great. Yeah, we do have a health care, and it is a blessing. Mm-hmm.
However, this isn't covered by it.
This is different. This is considered. This is not
Is it
covered.
elective? Is that what it's
The
called?
elective or cosmetic or whatever you want to call it. However, what I'm really excited about is the pro. We're gonna find a midwife, and what is it? What is that called? What is that birth called? They do it in water, and yeah.
Is
What
that
is that called?
It's natural.
It's natural. What is it called again? I can't think of it. Jody, if you're still here, do you recall what that type of childbirthing is? It's you use a midwife. It's in water. Man.
I know it's like right
It's
there.
gonna bug me. If Daniel were here, he would know because they just recently went through it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've
Water
been.
birth?
It's not. That's not it. That's not it per se. There's a name for the whole process. The water is just a part of it, but there's a name for the actual whole. And Diane, cousin Di is saying. Jody says doula, and cousin Di says what? God bless you. Home birth. And hands, male, tail. I think maybe we're all right, and I'm just looking for something else. However, there's
Lotus?
a lotus.
That's the one.
That's it.
You guys are trying to
That's
Lotus.
Hey,
Hey, we're talking. No, we're not. Lotus. That's what it is. The name is a lotus procedure, lotus birth. Hey, Nick. Hello. Hey, Nick. God bless you. Thank you for stopping in.
There was something, Nick. I watched one of your videos and I loved it, and I forgot to tell you about it.
Okay.
So
You're watching other men's videos now? Okay, that's what this is. All right, that's fine. No, it's fine. It's Nick, so it's fine.
Yeah, Nick.
Just kidding.
So, Nick, I was watching you.
Lotus. Jody says Lotus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna butcher it. I'm so terrible at these. However, he says, don't chase whatever belongs to you will come to you.
Yes.
Something like that. Yes.
Well said, Nick.
Yes.
Well-
And I love that.
Well said, Nick. Well, because I mean, and if I could piggyback that very quickly, I would say that what is meant for you is meant for you by God. Only you can block your blessings. Right? What is meant for you by God is meant for you. I mean, what is meant for me is meant for me by God. Only I can block my blessings, right? So, I mean, she can't come and steal my blessing. What is meant for me is meant for me. So you're absolutely right, Nick. You don't have to go chasing after it, but you do have to do your part. Faith without deeds is dead. Yeah, so and we've done some research, and we've, as far as the lotus birth is concerned, and we've seen some really interesting information, like especially as it pertains to the placenta and the idea of cutting the umbilical cord immediately. No one ever asked the question of what happens to the placenta, the afterbirth, if you would, after childbirth. And I mean, I know as a man, I'm just a dude. I'm sorry. I would have thought that it was just destroyed, or no. That's stem cell research, and that's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And
I think Indigenous people can actually request it, and then
Yeah.
they do
This is
different.
Pop says Dr. Ian live. And no, this is just, I'm not a doctor. This is my lived life experience. I'm doing a little bit of research. And it's been suggested, and it makes perfect sense, because for 9 months, a baby is attached to the placenta. And everything that baby requires comes from the placenta. So the idea, what they found in the lotus birth, is that you don't remove the placenta immediately. You allow the everything that's inside the placenta is meant for baby. It's supposed to be transferred into baby. And what happens is, once that process has naturally completed itself, the umbilical cord falls off. Who knew?
Sorry,
On
no.
its own, right? That's crazy. Research. Go.
Very. No, I'm like looking at Ben is just on a roll here this evening, and he's like, as a business question for homeowner, would you pay $30 for your driveway to be power washed? You know what? I would like pay $30 to just watch you do
Right?
it. That's soothing.
Ben, I would pay $70 to watch you come and power wash the driveway, because that stuff for me is like, I mean, that's like rocking me to bed. Like, I mean, I watch TikTok videos on people power washing driveways, bro. I mean,
or
that
cleaning
stuff.
their house. I'll
Woo!
sit there and watch them.
That's like soothing or something, man. But however, However, that is you are asking a real question. And what I would recommend, Ben, is contact do a couple ghost calls and find out what your competition is. Like, call a couple people, a couple businesses, and find out what they're charging, and then put yourself in the market, because you don't want to undersell your services, and you don't want to overprice yourself. I think what you have going for you right away is that you are young, and people respond to that. People want to support you, and they want to see young people succeed. Young people that take initiative and are hardworking people, adults, as parents, we see that, we appreciate it, we want to support it.
He said he just
You just booked a flight to where?
He's probably coming here. And then we had Ray's in here. He says, "Good day, folks. Late here in Ireland. Nice meeting you."
Hey, it was our
Nice
pleasure.
meeting you.
God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. Hope to see you again. How is this? Oh, we blessed and highly favored 416. Please let us know, what did you do today to make you smile? Because if happiness is a choice.
Oh, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still working on his laptop.
He's still trying to get his laptop charged. What?
Simply Simpson family driveway.
Oh, he just booked a flight to come and do the driveway. I just put it together.
it's so
I got you, man.
You're
I
placing-
would.
And then that's the thing. I was like, I think it was like, we joke about this is like, when he's like laying awake in bed, is like, is he thinking of other girls, like, or
Yeah.
other women? And then it's like a running joke. He's like thinking about either like videos of people cleaning whatever, and but that's how his brain works.
You know what's really cool is when they make those widgets and sprockets, the little screws, and then the machine, the piece of metal gets turned out, and then a sharp knife comes and cuts it off, and you got a screw or you got a widget. It's like, I grew up watching the Jetsons, man. Jetson space sprockets, right? Jetson and space sprockets. So that stuff is cool to me for whatever reason, and I can watch this. Okay, let's see where this takes us. I can watch this kind of thing for I can just do that. I can. It's cool to me. It's just, I can watch you power wash the drive, and I'll just be like, listen, when last spring, when I was recovering from the busted hip, I planted grass seeds, and I sat there with my garden hose, and I watered them and watched them grow.
He did.
It was riveting. I can watch grass grow. I think that there's something about when you do the work with your own hands, you become invested, and then it doesn't seem as ridiculous. It kind of sounds ridiculous that I watch grass grow, but I did that.
Pop said bud.
Bus what, Pop?
Oh, is he taking a bus?
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. And then Ben's like, $70 quote sounds like
good,
a
like a
deal.
deal, right? Yeah, just call.
You just come to visit.
Yeah, right, and then do we would make a slip and slide.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Just call the local landscaping companies, and just say that you're interested in having your driveway done, and just an average sized driveway, give them this dimensions of an average sized driveway, and get a few quotes from like 4 or 5 different companies, and then you can find out where you should be pricing your services.
And then, Cousin Di, what did you do today that made you happy?
Yes, what'd you do that made you smile? Happiness is a choice.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Well, no, it's the same. It's fine.
It's fine.
And we've got a couple more viewers on TikTok there. I mean, if happiness is a choice, please identify the little things that make you happy. What did you do today that made you smile? Did you see Canada Wonderland is opening just as well? Did not see that. That is exciting.
July 7th.
Is that why you had those videos of Canada's Wonderland?
Oh, today I went on the field trip to.
Yeah, Canada's Wonderland, virtually. And she was riding roller coasters and all. So it's opening up.
yeah,
That's exciting. I did see.
Dad's talking.
The
That's fine.
thing where you put it on your head and then there's that thing.
Oh, the virtual, the VR, thing. The VR.
glasses.
And also I saw that the CFL is slated to begin play August 5th. Not that anybody cares about the CFL anymore, but I mean I just thought it was interesting, right? No one cares about the CFL. I certainly don't. I mean they were talking about the Bombers, and that's my hometown team, and they're like apparently we're still defending champs. Like I mean we won the last Grey Cup 2 years ago, and I mean who knew? Who cares? But Canada's Wonderland opening up, that's exciting. I agree. There's so many interesting vids on YouTube to learn how to do things. Yeah, virtual Wonderland. Yeah, she was she was riding a roller coaster and
All different kinds of roller.
she rode every roller coaster at Canada's Wonderland today.
All
She did.
from our
Safety of our living room. Yeah.
I just noticed that
What?
right now.
What? No, don't touch anything.
Yeah, but I
What?
was pointing to it.
Oh no, that's a heads up. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, you
No,
go
I
off.
never knew it. I never. Oh, you have controls there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Technology.
technology.
You've only been live for half an
That's
hour.
a whole bar there.
Yeah.
It's a whole heads up. I'm exploring the Mac. I never get to touch the Mac, so I only get to see it when she's home. Right? It's got like. I tried to use it the other day, but it's encrypted to her DNA. And it's
How do you even use the mouse?
she got to do it like a little drop of blood. Cousin Di said, honestly, having one of those days today, but hearing about kids in the future put a smile in my. Oh, God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
God bless you, Cousin Di. I'm hoping that here's hoping, manifesting that your day gets better, and that
Callie's rides were free too.
right. Yes, they were free.
Someone said they like your tattoo.
Whose tattoo?
Mom's.
Oh, you can see that? Oh, yeah, you can see that. Got a little peep show going on there. It's like, hey, good eye. Yeah, it's. I'm very fond of it too.
Yeah.
I'm very fond of it.
It was like my first tattoo, and I was like, go big or go home. So I got
Right?
a big tattoo on my thigh up to
Thigh.
my hip. So
Yeah,
Props
it's
and
Ojibwe flowers, and she's not done. Sorry to mention, but I love Mama Thigh tattoo. It's very, I'm fond of it. It's very nice when it peeks out underneath a skirt or something like that. It's very classy and elegant. I'm very, it suits her. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
so finish it with Cousin Di because you were mid sentence.
Yes. So
that
yes,
she was-
Cousin Di, here's hoping and praying that we can manifest some joy in your heart for the rest of the evening.
Oh, they're all right here.
They are
We're
all.
waiting.
Which is hard.
Oh, okay. It is that time. It is that time. So time we have to take a moment and bid the littles good night because it is 8:30. It is 8:30 and the littles go to bed at we are very regimented. Our schedule is everything. And even if they are a little bit out of whack, they'll be sleeping at the end in the back end tomorrow. They'll be up later than what they would normally do. So yeah, come on. Hey, come on. Here we go.
CJ joined.
Saw that.
CJ,
Yeah, he passed.
our boy.
Yeah, he passed. CJ is so interesting. CJ, we sent a message just like this to CJ last week. Says Callie was like 8:29 p.m. sharp. Pop says, and he says Callie says that I miss CJ. So I was like, CJ, your baby sister says she missed you. You need to come by, right? So CJ came by on Sunday. However, CJ just come through and pop in, right? We got some extra kids that just do that, and he didn't tell nobody who was coming. And the thing was though, the kids went to the beach. The bigs went to the beach. So he came to hang out with, but and there was only littles, and so it's like CJ. I'm like, well, you can play with Callie. And he's like, okay. So he came and he hung out and he played with the littles and they played video games and he stayed for supper. And because he has little sisters at home. He's a great kid. He's Jordan's age. He's 17. And
He's 18 now.
Is he 18 now?
He's
Okay.
18 now.
And he's very used to, and he and Callie have a great relationship. And Callie and Noah's best friend, Sean, have a very complicated relationship because Sean is Callie's best friend, or so Callie says. So Callie and Sean's girlfriend have a really kind of awkward relationship. Because like Callie be like, when are you coming to see me? And I'll be there tomorrow. I'll bring you something. Yes, because again, Sean has a little sister as well, so these young men are very used to just when their baby sisters say jump, they'd be like, how high? So Callie takes full advantage of that.
She just takes Noah's phone and phones Sean from her.
Say
his
goodnight
phone.
to cousin Di.
Auntie.
Auntie Di. Say goodnight to Auntie
Someone
Di.
said, "Wow, that's amazing for my kids. I have no bedtime for them."
Wow, that's amazing. My kids, I have no bedtime for. Yeah, we just do things. And I mean, God bless you. If that works for you, then God bless you. I remember hugging my parents before bedtime. I missed those days, right? I mean, all we're trying to do is just create some memories, right? And I mean, wishing to see my parents, but they high in heaven, right? And you'll be there to see them again. But I mean, the thing is, we creating these memories, and this is how we affect meaningful and lasting change in this world, because our children now will pay this forward with their children, and they'll pay it forward with their, and so on, and we crush those generational curses and affect meaningful, lasting change in this world. Try to leave it a little bit better than we found it.
Someone said GN.
Ni bansa.
Oh.
Ni bansa.
Ibansa, good night, good night, good night,
Ni bansa.
good night, good night, guten nighten.
Guten Nacht.
What you
that?
said?
Just
Huh?
holding up the
What is that?
That's I think that's German for good night.
Sure, for good night.
Guten. You never watched those old war movies? German accent.
Babe.
Guten Nighten.
Oh.
That's German, right? Help me out, people. Come on. Help me. That's German. That's German for good night, right? Pop. Pop. Pop, help me. Germany. Good. Oh wait, is Germany guten Nacht. Guten Nacht. I was close. Guten Nacht.
German
Guten
background.
Nacht. Someone said Gut Nacht. Did I do that okay? Did I do that okay? Gut Nacht. Gut Nacht.
You watched too much 100 on Netflix.
Huh? You watch too much. Gut Nacht.
All right, Munchkins, please. You guys are.
I am in and from Germany. God bless you. Germany's in the house. No disrespect, man. I was just trying to be funny. I'm not trying to offend anybody. God bless you. I appreciate you so much.
You're holding up
Go. You're holding up the line. Come on.
I was holding up the
Come
line.
on.
Actually, I was holding the phone.
All right.
I'm not even in the line.
All right.
Well, that he is now.
Say goodnight. Auntie Di is here. Says good night all.
Good night.
Good night. TikTok.
night.
Say good night to the world. Germany, Romania, Ireland was here. Good night, son.
Look at his unicorn.
His unicorn horn. Yeah. It's on fleek. Holy, why you mad, bro? You just come up in here and kick my water across the room. Holy, bro. What did the water do to you?
Pop said goodnight.
Pop said good night.
Sleep good.
Thank you, Germany. Thank you for being so understanding. We appreciate you so much.
And Dad
God
had to
bless
come
you.
and wake me up this morning.
I did have to, because I was up even late. It was after close to 7:30 when I finally got out of the shower, and the boys were up, but the little girls were still asleep, sound asleep. No, baby was up. She was
Yeah,
brushing
baby
her
was
teeth.
up already.
Baby was brushing her teeth, but Phoenix and Bucky were still sleeping.
From Canada. Don't know if you've heard of it. I've heard of Turtle Island.
Turtle Island? What? What are we talking about?
So from Canada, but don't know if you've heard of it.
It is daytime out here. It is about 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, and as you can see, the sun is still out. What? Heard of what?
Right here. From Canada. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Heard of what? Canada?
I think so.
Well, we live in Canada.
Yeah, we're in Canada.
We're in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Argentina in the house. Good evening, Argentina. God bless you. Right, Argentina. No, not Tina. Argentina. Oh, one of Mom's co-workers today, Ruby, and no, don't tell me, Roxanne, word association. Ruby, word association. I'll never forget those names. I associate stuff, right? Ruby is the street that I grew up on as a child, so I will never forget that. And Roxanne is one of my favorite movies. Roxanne is Dean Martin. Remember with the nose? Yeah, and so one of their favorite movies, babe, Napoleon Dynamite. Tina. God. I love that movie. Napoleon Dynamite. Party people. Napoleon Dynamite. I love that movie because it is like, for me, and the interesting thing is I saw that movie years ago. I've watched the movie between 5 and 10 times. Your mom goes to college. Yeah, she's a full-time student.
This is
Oh!
this here is Keanu College. This is where our son was going
Noah.
to college.
He was
Noah.
playing ball there last year.
And so he brought me a sweat. Well,
Yeah.
Dad and I sweaters. But I go to university.
Yeah.
I'm just off for summer. So and then I start again fall.
Yeah. And so the thing with Napoleon Dynamite was that I watched this movie. The first time I watched it, that's your mom. Yeah, right? The first time I watched it, I absolutely, thank you for the follow, God bless you. Napoleon Dynamite, right? Yeah. Yeah, right? And
I thought that I am his wife. I thought that was your wife.
But the first time I watched it, I absolutely hated it. I hated it. I thought it was the stupidest movie ever. And I was working on the train at the time. And a funny thing happened. I went on a trip, and for 5 days, I couldn't stop talking about the movie. I was telling everybody I spoke to how stupid this movie was, and it was just, but I couldn't stop talking about it. And I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I better watch this movie again. Maybe I'd better watch this movie again with a fresh set of eyes and try to get some more perspective. And I watched the movie again, and I watched it again and again and again. And the interesting thing to me is that it was like a socio-political statement on living anywhere in the Midwest in America. Like, I mean, some of those messages in that movie were just, and would that the world work like that, where the underdog wins, and would that, you know what I mean? It's a nice story. It's a nice story, but it says a lot about the human condition.
You're gonna have to scroll.
Okay. It says that.
I think they're a bit confused. I am
Thought
not
that was your
his
wife.
Mom.
She is my wife.
I am his wife. I'm just mom of all the children.
That's right. Nacho Libre. Nacho Libre. The Baptist is my favorite. Okay. Hello, UK. Hey, how are you doing? We are blessed and highly favored. Thank you for stopping in and spending some time with us. And while you're here, please take a moment to tell us what you did today that made you smile. Because if happiness is a choice, then how do you get from possibly being unhappy to happy? Well, quite simply, step one is to identify the little things that make us happy and feed into that. So please take a moment and tell us what you did today that made you smile. Because we found that once you start feeding into your own personal happiness, what will happen organically is that we stop feeding into the things that make us unhappy. Because just as happiness is a choice, unhappiness is a choice as well. So if we identify step one, work in those steps, step one, identify the little things that make us happy and feed into fellowship. Makes me extremely happy.
So we have a question here. It
Sure.
says, what's your guys' nationality?
You want to go first?
I'm indigenous. I don't know why my tongue is getting stuck.
And I'm Jamaican.
Yeah.
Jamaican and indigenous. Jamaican me crazy. I bought a portable vacuum cleaner at a thrift shop for $6. Shut her down.
$6. It says 6,000.
Does it work? Nobody corrected it. $6. Six
Oh.
dots. 6.000.
Okay.
Did it work? Did it work? I went to the last yard sale I went to. I bought a great big Makita power drill for your car. Excellent. And battery operated and everything, and it was a big one. And I don't know why I did, because she had bought me one for Christmas a couple years before, and it was a smaller one, and I thought that one was bigger, it had more torque. It didn't, and it didn't even work. I threw it out. It stopped working. I love interacting with indigenous people. I have a teacher who's indigenous. You guys have great person. Good night. Love you. God bless you. We
Great
received that. Yeah.
personality. Thank you.
And the interesting thing is that when we interact, it's so important that we interact on a human level. Right? Because if we interact on a human level, we will find that we are more alike than we are apart. Essentially, if you're a good, godly, decent person, what do you want out of life? What do you want out of life? You want to be happy. You want to be happy. You want to have a home. You want to make sure that your family is taken care of. Right? You want to be happy. You want to have security. And really, that's, I mean, we don't want anything. We might look differently. However, our ideals are very much the same. And that's why it becomes so important to find your community, find your village. And this is just us trying to find GLM, God's Lives Matters. We are God's people. We make no bones about that. So we're just out here trying to find our community, because once you can surround yourself with like-minded people, then, you know, you can really feed into your own personal happiness.
And I think it's also what we like to say is also to spread that positivity. Because even us, like even I can speak for myself, there's days that like everything is fine, but then I can have a day where I'm just not in the mood.
Yeah.
However, sometimes it gets turned around, and I really enjoy those moments that, you know, I'm in a really poopy mood, whatever.
And
However,
it gets turned around.
yeah, it gets turned around. And so I guess for me, interacting is very, very important.
Yeah.
And lately it's been, well, I would say within work, it's great because I'm interacting with people and it's just, it fills my soul.
Yeah.
And like today, this young guy told me, he says, I love you. And I'm like, thank you. And he said, God bless you. And all it was water.
Yeah.
I offered him water. And, you know, that really lifted my spirit because in that moment, I was able to offer kindness and he was able to offer love right away. And so just going forward, like if you have something that you can offer somebody, kindness is actually more than sometimes money. Sometimes even more than your time. It's just that kindness just in that moment.
That's right. Especially when you're dealing with the at-risk community. Right? If you want to perform random acts of kindness, maybe get out into the, you know, into your core area and water and chocolate bar, or excuse me, water and granola bars. Not granola bars, just water. You know, it's hot. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's summer. It's summer. It's summer. It's hot. You know, a thing of water, a 24 pack of water is something like $4 at Costco or something, right? So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
And tomorrow, because I'm so inspired by my wife, I'm so inspired by her commitment to helping those less fortunate. You know, I'm gonna do my part. So we've made arrangements, and there's a square downtown that's become a little bit overrun, and it's kind of a home for some homeless people, and so one of her supervisors, one of her bosses, I contacted him because their office is in that square, and we've come up with a plan, and he's put together a team, and we're gonna go Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're gonna go and keep that square clean. We're gonna volunteer because I don't feel that just because it's been taken over a little bit by the homeless, well, they have nowhere to go. They have to go somewhere. So just because I mean, it doesn't mean that they can't have somewhere clean to go. I mean, that whoever owns that property, that's private property. They are not fulfilling their civic duty to keep that space clean because the homeless have taken it over. Well, I say that is unacceptable. I say that that's unacceptable. They should have a clean place to go to. So we're gonna do our small part to be the change.
I think so user also said, what's one favorite thing about each other maybe?
Okay, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Sure.
I would say his honesty. That's my one favorite thing, is your honesty. You tell it like it is, and you mean what you say.
See what I mean? I mean, I try to anyways. You see, the beautiful thing about being honest is that you never have to remember what you told anybody. I used to have to try to stay on top of that, man. What I tell that to it? What I tell that kid? What I tell that kid? And you can't. William Magia. Good evening, William. God bless you. How are you? Hello. Welcome. God bless you. The beauty about being honest is you never have to remember what you told who. The honesty, right? And for me, it's quite simply, hands down, she speaks life. She speaks life. She speaks life into everything and everyone. And I mean, it's coming from a place of someone who is just really negative in their view of life. You know, that can be so overwhelming when somebody just has that negative view of life. I mean, that wears on you. And then so I am just so appreciative that she speaks life. She speaks life into me. She speaks life into the children. She speaks life into everything that I do. And that is so very empowering. And that has been from jump. That has been from go. So yeah, that is hands down.
And then Pop says, "Love you in a Christian way," and I'll
Love you
say,
too,
"I
brother.
love you in a human way."
In a human way, in a godly way. We are God's children. We're God's people. God's lives matter. Less fortunate people are true survivors. And I mean, it's not everybody that we see out there that, is an addict or is a criminal or, but grace, right? But grace. But for the grace of God, that could be me.
Or me. We just,
You don't know.
you never know.
You don't know. Hey, God bless you. Thanks for stopping
Hey,
in.
sorry, just before we...
Sure.
Have you checked in on, what's his name?
Whom?
I had it in my head earlier. Our little guy. Our other little fishing buddy.
Yeah, Daft. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go look for him.
Yeah, haven't.
How was Winnipeg?
Is it
been
snowing? You would think, right? I think we maybe got the snow licked. We got the snow beat for
yeah.
maybe. Maybe. I mean, you never know, right? It was Winnipeg, right? So if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. I mean, we had
Sorry, I'm giving
Wayne.
my
Yes, a message for I think his name is Daniel. We have rain all of last week, top to bottom, and it would just got into my joints and it was horrible. But we are back, and the rain is not horrible. It's just horrible because I couldn't run. And that really upset me. However, the sun is back and it's beautiful, and we're back to doing our morning workouts. And I ran today for the first time in a week. It was great. The first 3 laps were tough. Oh boy, the first 3 laps. They didn't hurt per se, so I was grateful for that. Was that you, Pop?
What was this?
Did you mute that? Did you mute him? So I was grateful for the run, but laps 4 and 5 were terrific. Yeah, they felt good. Me and Fifi had a kick at the end, the last 20 meters or so, but I had to run her down. So I actually started kicking. That's half a meter, half a click from that point. So I kicked for half. Okay, thank you, Pop. Thank you.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, it's not important. Pop's got
Okay.
it. He must have had a reason for that. Thank you, Pop. And I kicked for the last half a K. So because she was a good half block in front of me, and I wanted to catch her, so I ran her down. And then we had a great kick at the end. I ran her down. I passed her up, and then she's fast. Our 15-year-old daughter, she's a great distance runner. She only ran 3 laps though. I ran 5. She's fast. She's fast. Like, I mean, that last 20 meters, that last 20, 30 meters on a sprint, at a dead fish sprint, because I turned, because I'm not going to get beat by my 15-year-old daughter. Come on, not in a sprint. I'm not that kind of dad.
We're
very
highly,
competitive.
Yeah, we're highly competitive
Yeah.
with one another. Yeah.
We
It's-
tied. we tied. We tied. I'm that kind of dad. We tied. But I'm not going to get beat. It's okay to tie. I don't have to win, but I'm not going to lose.
You can never let that happen,
Right?
right? Because you let it happen once, and then what?
And it's over. It's over. Hey, Nick, how you doing, buddy? God bless you.
Can you hear us? Hey, good
Can you hear us
evening.
okay, buddy?
How you guys doing?
Good. So I wanted to say I really liked your video. I watched it and I forgot to show Ian. So yeah,
Which video?
can you rephrase it for me, baby?
No, tell me what it was again. I
It
remember how
was like you don't have to chase. What
Oh,
belongs
right,
to you will
right,
come
right.
to you.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, chase the things that are in your heart, not the things that you see.
Yeah.
Fact.
That's it.
I love that. And I said, when she mentioned that, I said if I could piggyback that, I would just simply add that, what's meant for us by God is meant for us. That's not going to go anywhere else. Only we can block our blessings. So don't worry. What's meant for us by God is meant for us. And all we got to make sure that we do our part, that we put ourselves in a position to receive God's grace and blessings. How's your day today, buddy?
Absolutely, you got. It's pretty good. You know, I'm in a bit of a challenging season, as you know. But guess what? Seasons end.
That's right.
And one day this season will end. You know, Ecclesiastes assures us that there is a season for every purpose under heaven.
Facts.
And there's a time to dance. There's a time to laugh. There is a time to cry.
That's right.
But there will be another season again where we'll be full of life. And so, I just want to encourage you guys. You're doing a great job. I try to get in. Myself and Ben try to get in and watch your videos. Ben likes your videos in the mornings, Ian, because he likes doing chin-ups and you're pumped.
You right?
He likes all that. Right? Then I put him to bed. His mum's not here right now. She's in Wales because of her father.
Right, I recall.
Yep.
I recall.
But I just want to encourage you guys. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. You know what? You are making people's hearts glow. And I just want to encourage you that. But I wanted to share with you a joke.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this?
100%.
I'm nervous.
Okay, it's a dad joke. So
Okay.
I apologize in
Perfect.
advance. Ian, why in France do they only eat one egg for breakfast?
Why in France do they only eat one egg for breakfast? Why do they only eat one egg for breakfast?
Because in French, one egg is enough.
Enough. Enough. I got it late. As soon as I'm like, yes, enough. It's my little bit of French from high school. That's awesome. Thank you, Nick. That is perfect.
And Father's Day is coming up on Saturday here in Canada. So if I don't want to forget. So happy Father's Day for Saturday.
Yes,
just
Nick.
because sometimes I kind of
Right.
lose a lot of. So happy Father's Day.
Yes, and very quickly, Nick, Pop is asking, what is your background?
Who is asking, sorry?
Pop, he's our moderator. He's asking, what is your background?
Is he referring to my career or life experience or?
Pop, I think maybe just your ethnicity.
I don't.
Okay, so a little bit of background. Even though I live in Canada, you guys know I live in Ontario.
Yes.
I'm actually from a country called Wales.
Right.
English is actually my second language. Welsh is my first. I actually failed high school, and then at 17 gave my life to Jesus.
Nice.
But then decided to join the British Army.
Oh,
And
wow.
I became a soldier for a little while. I served in Cyprus, Germany, and also unfortunately Bosnia, which was absolutely terrible. After leaving Bosnia, I unfortunately I struggled greatly with the things that I saw. I saw a lot of death in Bosnia, and I drank a great deal. And even though I was a Christian, I drank a great deal, and so I used to drink just to try to get me to forget some of the things I heard, and so but then you know what, I kicked the habit, and I still have a beer from time to time, but it's not like it used to be. It wasn't a consuming thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then I went back to college. I got a diploma in business and finance.
Wow.
Then I, even though I failed high school, then I got an offer from a university. So I did a BA honors degree in business management.
Oh, wow.
And I did that degree in Italian. I speak Italian. And then I went on to do a master's in business administration in international business development.
Wow.
And since then, I've learned Spanish. So I knew Italian, and English is my second language. But since then, I've learned Spanish, French, Portuguese, Greek, Russian, Arabic, and also Japanese.
Wow.
And so now, then a few years ago, I decided to start writing books.
Yeah.
And so if you put Nick Cunningham on Amazon, you'll see a bunch of my stuff. They're doing really well.
Right on.
One of them has been turned into a television series.
Wow.
In the United Kingdom.
Wow, Nick. Yeah, she's taking notes, so that means that we're going Amazon shopping. We're going to go check it out. Yeah, that's fantastic. What's your favorite?
So I started doing poetry, Welsh poetry, even though it's written in English. And you'll see some of my stuff. And then a couple of years ago, my mum was telling me an old myth from the town that I lived in Wales, about a troll that used to live under the bridge,
Right.
in our village, and if you passed there at a certain time at night, then you get youthfulness and that kind of thing. So I decided to start looking into Welsh mythology and
Oh,
Celtic
wow.
mythology, and so I started writing about that, and so that book, Strange Tales from Wales, is a small book, but that's the one that's been turned into a documentary.
That is so interesting.
And yeah, so it's kind of cool. There was a time in my life where I was nothing, and I reached out to God, and now 20 so years later, I'm something.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to be proud or anything. Please
No.
don't,
No,
listen.
come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. You've accomplished so much. To God be the glory. To God be the glory, brother.
And with that, there's humility.
Yeah.
That humility, I see that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I mean, I've always been a writer, and then a few years ago, Karen, my wife, said to me, "Why don't you see if you can get this published?" So I got it published, and I honestly thought my mum and Karen would be the only person to buy the book. I never expected 600,000 people to buy the book.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's good on you. So, I mean, masters, high school job. So when are we climbing Everest, Nick? When are we taking on Everest? When is that? Like, I mean, because I mean, at some point you're gonna want to climb Everest, right? Because I mean, you've done everything else. So, right?
Actually, Ian, I have an answer for you. For me, the next stop is Jerusalem.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wow.
Mecca, a pilgrimage.
No, actually, Jerusalem to feel I just want to encourage people and build people up. I've seen terrible things, and so I just want to be encouraged by it. Almost like my pastor says, Nick, you're a Barnabas. I never knew what that meant, and so I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about me. I just want to tell you guys.
No, Nick, please don't leave us hanging. What's a Barnabas?
We'll have other nights, Ian.
Fair.
Okay.
God bless you, Nick.
You're doing amazing, and Ian, you share your story a little bit from time to time, and you are such a wonderful guy, and
Appreciate you.
And I shared that word with you a few months ago when we first started talking.
Yeah.
That expectancy is the breeding ground of miracles.
Mm.
And I've come to realize is that whatever we put in our minds, we seem to move towards that.
That's right.
And have you ever been thinking about somebody that you haven't seen for a very long time, then all of a sudden you walk around the corner and they're there, or the phone rings and it's them, and it seems to be that God's given us a creative mind, and it seems to be that whatever we seem to put in our minds, we move towards those things. Now,
That's right.
unfortunately, because of sin, that is also true for the negative as much as it is for the positive.
Mm-hmm.
So if we think we're a failure, if we think we're a bad dad, if we think we're alcoholics, if we think all that kind of negative stuff, then we move towards those things, unfortunately. But that's not God's desire.
That's right.
God's desire is life. And so we need to fill our minds with life, and that's why words. If somebody came up to me in the street and talked to me the way that sometimes I used to talk to myself, I'd punch them.
Right.
But yet, we all do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talk ourselves down all the time. Anyway, enough of the preach. All right. So I'm just going to tell you guys that you're awesome. You're doing a great job, and you've had a real impact on my life. And you know what? I thank you, and I wish the best for you and your family. And I'm not discounting anybody, but I just want to say, Ian, I know you've been through some tough seasons, right?
Yeah.
We everybody goes through tough seasons.
That's right.
There's nobody exempt from that.
That's right.
But Ian, you are doing a great job, buddy, and you need to know from another man, because iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
You need to know from another man. You need to know from another man that you are doing a phenomenal job. And there's a verse in Romans 8, and it says this: if we don't know how or what to pray, it doesn't matter. The Holy Spirit turns our aching groans and our wordless sighs into prayer. And I felt that I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I read from the Message, so it's a bit funky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that one is
yeah.
attached. I think that one might be attached to tears are a language that God understands. That might be attached, right? That was one of Bishop's favorites. Tears are a language only God can understand. That's one of Bishop's favorite quotes, and yeah, we love it. Nick, thank you so much.
Listen, folks, I'm going to get out here because I know there's so many people that want to speak to you, and I know there's people that you want to encourage. So I'm going to get out here and I'm going to encourage some of my people, and I just want to say God bless you, and you as a family. There's so many people that look up to you, and you're very special people. And do not give up. Fix firmly in your mind what you want to achieve, and you will move towards that. And that's pretty much it. So
Thank you,
Nick.
Nick.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great evening.
Thank you,
Thank
Nick.
you, Nick.
As well. God bless you, Nick.
Take
God
care.
bless you. Thank
bless.
you. Thank you. And I mean, that right there is what is at the heart of what is at the heart of the 4F system. The idea that you have the ability to manifest your best life by grace under God. He left us the ability to do that. For I know the plans that I have in store for you, plans to prosper you, right? We have the ability to manifest. If you believe it, you can achieve it in Jesus' name. That is why it is so important to program your mind, because if you do not program your mind with positive energy, if you do not have somebody to speak life into you, you must speak life into yourself, because the world will speak death.
Exactly.
Program your mind, because if you do not program your own mind, it will be programmed for you. I want to talk on this. Can I still find love from God if I'm gay? In a word, yes. Yes.
And I just want to add here, they also made a comment. I'm not a religious person, but your story of two God saved you is inspiring. And that was the same one that said, "Can God still?"
I've stopped watching the news. I stopped watching news years ago. Can I let you in on a little secret? You say you're not a religious person. Can I let you in on a huge secret? I'm not a religious person either. I'm not. I have stepped outside of religion because religion far too often asks me to stand in judgment of my fellow man and woman. I am not fit to judge. As such, I no longer aspire to being within the confines of Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism. I mean, I identified as Israelite for a while. That was cool. And if that's where you are, God bless you. God bless you. Seek a close and personal relationship with God. However, for me, I no more religion, because religion separates us. If I'm Catholic, I'm supposed to have a problem with Christians. If I'm Christian, I'm supposed to have a problem with this and that and the other. I just want to love my fellow man, regardless of your skin color, regardless of your preference, regardless of your orientation, regardless of your proclivity. Judgment is not mine. I am a sinner. I am not fit to judge. As such, I seek a close and personal relationship with God. If you must call me something, please just call me a child of God. That's it. That's all.
And I just want to say thank you, Diane.
was
Father's
Sunday.
Day is Sunday. I was like, it's Saturday. And you know what? Yeah, it is Saturday. So how did you stop watching the news? I feel like it's all around me. It's kind of depending on which platform you're on as well. It's just to keep scrolling.
No, but we're talking about the news.
I know,
Actual
but
on
but
TV.
news is on.
True. You watch
Yeah.
it on the app. You read
Yeah,
it on the app.
yeah.
But on the news, okay. So, hey Harry, God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. A lived life experience. When I was a kid in my 20s, a reporter approached me and wanted to interview me about what I thought about racism here in the city. I put a big good spin on it in that I was young and dumb, and I was like, it's whatever. It's fine. It's this. It's that. It's the other. Right. However, and I was so excited to watch myself. I'm young and dumb and whatever. I'm excited. I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna be on the news. I'm gonna be on the news. And then when I saw the clip. And if you've never had this done to you, I don't think you'll appreciate what I'm about to say. However, if you have in any other, and it doesn't have to be in this kind of scenario. However, my words were taken and they were used against me, and a narrative was created because what I had to say didn't fit the narrative that they were trying to push. And so a lot of what I had to say was left on the editing room floor, and they just spliced it together to kind of convey a message that supported their narrative. And when that happened to me. It didn't happen to somebody that I heard about or something. It happened to me. And that was the beginning of the end for me, because then I realized that it's all about the lens. It's all about how you frame a shot. Right? And then being a social justice warrior on Facebook and Instagram, I came across all kinds of things. For instance, now you'd see inside the frame. This is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. You would see inside the frame, there's a news crew and there's a camera person filming, and the reporter is sitting in a canoe, and it's kind of raining. And so the narrative, I would imagine, is that it's severe floods. Now, outside the frame, now you have to realize when you're doing, it's a very tight frame. Movie production on this is a tight frame, right? And so now outside the frame was a guy walking on the sidewalk in water boots, carrying his groceries, wondering what the heck was going on. And then and that coupled with the idea that I one day I was watching the news, and I just had this overwhelming sense, and it was an intuitive idea, I think, from our Heavenly Father. Just quite simply that if you would think, I just had this overwhelming idea that you would actually believe that nothing good ever happens in the world. You could believe that if you watch, and I was like, but wait a second. I know that there's beauty all around me in God's creation. Every day I see people performing acts of kindness, but it doesn't make the news because that doesn't sell. You have to understand that it's like that train wreck. Why do we have to watch it? Because we can't look away. Because that tragedy, it sells, right? It sells, right? If all they ever printed was stories about Boy Scouts getting cats out of trees, no one cares about that, regrettably. I care about that because that makes me smile, and that feeds into my personal happiness. And so I'm at the place where I'm really okay with not being off this world. Really, really okay with it, because the world is in a bad place, but we don't have to be. We're God's people. We're different. We're apart, and we just need to accept that. We just need to accept that, and it's okay, because when you put God first, where everybody sees obstacles, we see opportunity. This cup never gets half empty. It's always either half full or an opportunity to get more water. It's never half empty. My love.
Oh no, I was making notes for
Wednesday.
For what I want to talk about on Wednesday.
Oh,
it was in my head. I'm already
She
jumping
grinding.
ahead.
As is so if so it's in the back page. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you want to find a feel good story, you got to go to the back of the newspaper in small print, and obstacle, opportunity, fact. Really eye-opening. Thank you. Yes. God bless. And I'm gonna give the last word to Mike, because I know we're at an hour. We're over an hour now.
Yeah,
So,
and we're trying to keep it because of
you keep saying that.
I know my sleep schedule.
5:30 comes awfully early in the morning, folks. Awfully early.
And so
And I got to get up with the kids. Daddy daycare over here. So daddy daycare.
and drive me.
Drive her. Tomorrow's a full day. I got to drive you, come back, have a workout, quick workout, and then go right back to where you are to do my volunteer work. So we'll see what that looks like.
So 5:30 comes early, and this evening, like the conversation went everywhere. There was encouragement, there was learning, there was love, and I think that for Wednesday, I'm really looking, because we were talking about it this weekend, and we've been talking about relationships, and we also had a conversation with these young ladies today. Do you remember? My three of my coworkers, we had this conversation because we were telling them that, you know, what we do in our relationship to feed each other's soul, what we do for one another. And so I think we want to talk, I would like to talk about that.
Sure.
So there was that, and then the other thing was, I guess, the stability, or also in a relationship where a lot of people are staying in relationships longer than they really have to.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that the piece that I wanted to talk on?
Yeah, that's it.
And we don't
was
know
kinda
when we're
just-
going to do that. Maybe y'all should come on a little earlier if possible. Cousin Di says maybe, what do you think?
I think so. I could, yeah.
7:30?
Just like
7? But 7 is right after supper.
I know.
But that's okay.
That's
So right
okay.
after supper is okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try for 7 tomorrow. Maybe we'll try
Tomorrow,
for
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, and here's this is what hit me last night. Positive vibe Monday night. Yeah, Pop. And that's what hit me last night is that, you know, fellas, and I'm talking to fellas right now, right? Fellas. I mean, if she ain't the one, let her go. So we need to stop messing around with somebody else's forever wife. If she not the one for you, because there's somebody for everybody, right? There's somebody for everybody. If she's not the one for you, let her go. And stop damaging somebody else's forever wife. You're playing with somebody else's wife. And if she's not the one for you, you know she's not the one for you, but it's convenient because maybe she got a nice car, she do this for you, she do that for you, she buy you clothes, let her go, man. Let her go. Stop messing around with somebody else's wife.
I think that was part of the thing I want to talk about on Wednesday, because it kind of feeds into one another, and then all that misogyny.
Pop is like, what you mean? the idea is, Pop, is that's quite simply, is question mark, just quite simply that, I mean, if we're in a relationship, as a man, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, I know that, I mean, I have an idea that, you know what, this is just convenient. It's just because, you know, it's a physical thing. It's a physical attraction thing. Or, you know, I have an idea that, you know, this is not going anywhere. This is just, you know, no, not adultery, Pop. You know, me and her or whatever. It's just that I know that this is not really gonna be a permanent thing. And this is just, you know, right now, right? Because I don't want to be alone. And then let her go, especially if she's a good woman. And I mean, we just taking advantage of that situation and playing with her heart and her kindness. Fear of commitment. Let her go find her forever partner. There's somebody for everybody. And if she's not the one for you, don't hold on just because it's convenient. That's not fair to her. That's not fair to her. You know? Oh, hey, from LA, California. Good evening. God bless you. And the last part about that was just, the last part was, what was it?
Misogyny.
The misogyny.
I think, yeah, I think those are like maybe three.
Those are 3 topics, but I mean, it's all tied together. My thing is just quite simply, if you're familiar with Jane Elliott, I wish I learned how that earlier in life, right? If you're familiar with Jane Elliott, she's a renowned professor in the States, and she does the study, I think, blue-eyed brown eyes. And she's of the opinion that it is impossible if you're white to grow outside of the influence of racism, right? You're essentially reared to be racist within this society, right? And I would take that a step further. I'm not going to comment on that, but I would take that and apply it to men. I think that as a man, it is impossible to grow in this society and not be misogynistic, and we need to do something about that. I mean, that is a real problem. I mean, it is as men, we need to relearn how to treat women at every level, how to interact, how to talk to them, how to appreciate them, we need to relearn this, not so we can teach our children. We live in, there's this documentary that I saw when I was on the inside. It's called Tough Guys, and it's spelled, and you would think it's Tough Guys. It's a play on word. Tough Guys, Guys, right? As in tough guys, that's us. However, it's not tough guys. It is tough guys, as in Guise. As in a disguise, it's a front, right? Tough guys, right? And one of the things that was brought up in this documentary, a person who is racist or hateful is brainwashed. Facts. And my message is for my Indigenous sister. I'm working with Native on health, education, and sport. Yeah, and the tough guys is that one of the things that really struck out to me, and I was like, yeah. Is that, and if you haven't seen this, you're not paying attention. Right? Every single horror movie ever made, ever, why have they sexualized violence against women in these movies?
Yeah.
And then off we go. Here we go.
No.
But this is a topic for...
Yeah, that's it.
But that's something that has been in my heart. Like, why has violence against why has violence against women become so prevalent at the forefront of all movies? And the violence is not just violence as in domestic abuse. Often it is overtly sexualized violence against women on the big screen, on the TV. And I mean, that's crazy if you think about it. It's crazy. What are we doing? What do we do? What is the message here that we're trying to send?
So I'm thinking, that, come back on Wednesday and we can go into either topic.
Or all of it.
Or all of it.
What channel are we watching today, babe? We're watching them all.
And
little jailhouse humor.
For me, it's like I can only stay on one topic again. But is this what? Edward? I can't say the last name.
Just go with Edward.
Yeah, so my message to my Indigenous sister, I am working with Native on health, education, and sport. And that is something that is very... I think is being revitalized. I'm not sure if you're bringing in the Indigenous sports, like with a lot of lacrosse and also the healthy lifestyle changes that is really important that we need to get back to. Oh, sorry, Fast and Family Channel 101.
This is, we got violence against women is BS in the West. No one does it anymore. I don't.
Okay, yeah, that's a topic for another night.
Sorry. Yeah, there's still far too much violence against women the world over.
Violence against women is BS in the West. No one does it anymore.
I mean, especially if you want to talk about MMIW, but again, that's another conversation, and we're not going to do that tonight. We don't have the time. So we're at 1 hour and 21 minutes, so we're going to close. Baby, did you have any...
No, that's where I was.
Yeah, Pop is like way too much violence against women. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, that's a tough one.
So I'm thinking, for sure, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Last words. Come check us out Wednesday. We'll try for 7 p.m. Central Time. And we'll see where the conversation goes. And there's a lot to
unpack
here.
And to look at. And I mean, hey, it starts with us. Be the change. Be the change. Be the change. I mean, we have lived in a male-dominated society for a very, very long time. And where's it gotten us? Where?
And that's why we're equalists.
Equalist before God, equalist from my side to walk beside me, not from my heel to be ground underneath my foot, not from my thumb to be oppressed, from the rib at my side to walk side by side in grace. Equalist.
Since the Vikings.
Right? So we are going to close with Romans 15:13 on, as we are wont to do. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. God bless and keep you. Ian Shakespeare. It's a lot of stuff that's suggesting that he was half black, but that's a different conversation. He was the ruling class in Europe at the time were Moors, they were Africans. So a lot of nobility coming over were, in fact, black. Another conversation, it actually doesn't matter. God bless and keep you. We appreciate you so much. Pop, thanks for doing you, man. We appreciate you. Good night. We'll see you I will see you tomorrow because I'll be back for more workouts. That's what I do all day while she's at work. I work these kids. I work them. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. There are no idle hands in the Simpson family. We work all day. I had
And
three.
that's why I go to work.
Right.
No kidding.
It's true. It's easier. I had 3 workouts today. I had 3, and I had a workout in the morning. I had a 7K run in the afternoon, and I had a workout after school before supper. And I feel great. Like my energy levels are through the freaking roof. Like I mean, I feel fantastic. I wouldn't keep